It's Barnes and Leslie. We've got the Morning X Top 5 of the week in about 30 seconds.
Guess who's hosting Resurrection Sunday this Sunday? I mean, he just couldn't get enough of having a beer in his hand. Crash, noon to 4, Resurrection Sunday at Mutation Brewing on the Double Deck. That's going to be a lot of fun. Will you be telling tales? Will you do like a little round table and be telling tales of your Mexican trip?
My biggest fear, Leslie, is that I'm going to keep introing songs saying New Rock 99X like we used to back in the day.
He'll have a 99 experiment in one hand because, that's where you can get it as well. Mutation Brewing this Sunday with Crash, Resurrection Sunday.
Honestly, at some point, you're going to have to evaluate your beer intake because, dude,
I know.
What?
You always have 3 in one hand.
Well, when we were doing the drone, I had to bring an extra because there's no bar around. I don't want to run out while I'm doing my drone duties.
That's a lot of extra. I'm just saying.
Wait, I saw the video where you guys were walking and he had his own cooler.
The dude,
like, what?
It's like you can't take the Panama City out of this dude. At all.
You know what, Barnes? You did miss this the other day. They didn't have any coolers at the bar, so I took one of those champagne buckets. The guy sent it back to my room. I got a champagne bucket full of Modelo.
The scary thing is, as much as you drink, and this is for real. He does drink this much. It doesn't affect you at all.
It's just like it just keeps me on a cool vibe.
Crash 2.0.
I don't notice anything different. Let's get into the top 5 audio of the week. All right, top 5, the good, the bad, the ugly, the smart, the stupid. It's all here every single week. The viral moments all in a nice, concise countdown. Number 5 was born this morning. This is crazy. Old classic footage from the Conan O'Brien show when he had Johnny Rotten on from Sex Pistols. This is wild.
Kurt Cobain just passed away. A lot of people say about Nirvana that they helped do for the music business what the Sex Pistols did in 1976, which was get us back to basics, get us away from techno or glam rock or something like that. Do you think that that's what Nirvana accomplished? Do you see any similarity between the Sex Pistols and Nirvana?
Well, if there was, he wouldn't have topped himself, would he? Because he would have learnt that life's precious and not a thing to be destroyed.
All right. No, I think... Which is a point you make in the book about Sid Vicious. You don't see anything glamorous about that.
No,
you don't see.
There's nothing good in death at all.
All right. Well, listen.
Don't be fobbed off with that dirty, druggy rock and roll culture. It's not good for you.
All right.
It just doesn't sound like a punk icon would say those things.
Never heard that ever before.
I thought it was cool.
He's still angry after all these years.
Well, he's not angry, though, I didn't think.
He's rotten.
He's rotten. He's still rotten.
Yeah, okay. There you go.
Okay, number 4 came from Celebrity Sleaze. All the drama with Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively showing up at SNL 50.
Crazy.
I wonder if hindsight, if they're sitting back going, this was so dumb to be in a feature on the show.
It's such a takedown for both of them.
Not only a feature, but making fun of their situation.
Hi, what have you heard?
They're going to second guess that one. That could be the thing that pushes them over the edge of trouble.
Did you see where he changed the script? That was not what was on the cue card.
Oh,
Ryan Reynolds made it up.
Oh, wow.
So people are like, whoa, not smart, dude.
Twice the pride, double the fall.
So dumb. Top 5 audio of the week was born right here in Mexico with a mariachi band. There were about 10 to 12 of them. I couldn't resist huddling up and having them create a song for all of the shenanigans that Crash has delivered all of this week. This is just one of the hits that was brewed right out by the pool.
Just another Mexican moment with Crash. We just don't understand. Otro momento mexicano con Crash. ¿Qué llevas con este chico?
I must hang on to those for future shows, I'm sure. But they did 2 of them for us.
Can I ask you a question? Can we put that into rotation at 99X? It's kind of catchy.
It's only 30 seconds, but it is catchy.
Tell them what the end means in Spanish. What are they saying?
I think it's what is wrong with this dude is what they say at the end. Okay, number 2, top 5 audio of the week comes from Bill Burr. And he was on a podcast talking about greed. This guy's been around. He's all of a sudden popping up everywhere.
Yeah, and This was sort of a little rant from him.
Big time.
Not happy about billionaires.
Major rant, and does he push it too far?
The people that are struggling out there because of these f***ing billionaires, and they got us all arguing liberal and conservative. We got to stop doing that. Like, I am so tired of hearing about people going to bed worried about what's going to happen next week. There is so much f***ing money in this country, and there's so much work being done. And if you work a full f***ing week at a job, you should be able to pay your f***ing rent. You shouldn't have to go out and get a f***ing job and still be struggling. It's bad for the country. At least these f***ing billionaires, they need to be put down. You know, like f***ing rabid dogs. They're like rabid with f***ing greed and just going out and just dividing everybody.
I mean, take them out?
The take them out part was like maybe one step too many.
Yeah, maybe one step. And number one, Fast and Furious was Kevin Spacey. When he was called out earlier this week, it took no time for the response. This is a crazy story that came from Sleaze.
Yeah, well, Guy Pearce said that he was targeted, quote unquote, targeted by Kevin Spacey when they did LA Confidential. Next day, here we go, Kevin Spacey.
Kevin Spacey, hold my beard him.
Guy Pearce, I've now read the comments that you made about me, and while I would have preferred not to have to play this out in the media, you obviously have your own reasons for wanting to do exactly that. But we worked together a long time ago. You know, if I did something then that upset you, you could have reached out to me. We could have had that conversation. But instead, you've decided to speak to the press, who are now, of course, coming after me because they would like to know what my response is to the things that you said. You really want to know what my response is? Grow up. Did you also, by the way, tell the press that a year after we shot LA Confidential, you flew to Savannah, Georgia, while I was shooting Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil, just to spend time with me? I mean, did you tell the press that too? Or does that not fit into the victim narrative you have going? So anyway, I apologize that I didn't get the message that you don't like spending time with me. I mean, maybe there was another reason, I don't know. But that doesn't make any sense that you would have just been leading me on, right? But here you are now on a mission some 28 years later after I've been through hell and back to do what? Just in time to stop the bad guy? Huh? Is that what's going on here? What took you so long? Did your horse run out of gas? I mean, you want to have a conversation? I'm happy to do so anytime, any place. We can even do it here live on X if you like. I've got nothing to hide. But Guy, you need to grow up. You are not a victim.
I mean, he came in.
Wow.
Tell you, that's more than a lean in.
He said.
He said, but yeah,
I
haven't heard anything new from Guy Pearce. Crash and I were talking about it. Now, do you just sit back?
I think Guy Pearce is going to do the Homer Simpson meme and just fade into the bushes.
That is the perfect situation.
Right.
And there's your Morning X Top 5 audio of the week.
Wealth building expert Candy Valentino paves the path to success.
I was a founder before I could legally order a drink. Now my goal is to help you. And I interview guest experts.
David Anderson, I love what you said. I always say that you never learn in an echo chamber.
It's how we connect those dots to help us achieve the things we want to.
Tony Robbins, thank you so much for being here.
Of course, everybody loses money investing. Make sure you win in the long term.
How did you get rich?
I had to sum it up. Just a lot of hard work.
The Candy Valentino Show. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.